From above, the ocean seems peaceful, but beneath this endless sea lies a wild kingdom ruled by hunters.
The deeper we enter the ocean, the more the sea reveals a world where every movement can mean survival or death. In the ocean, beauty and danger live side by side, because even the safest reef can become a hunting ground.
Small fish survive in the ocean by becoming one body, because in the open sea, a single mistake can expose them to the hunter.
In the ocean, prey often feel danger before they can see it, because the sea carries pressure, movement, and fear.
Some ocean predators do not need to be giants. In the sea, speed, silence, and timing can be just as deadly. In the ocean, survival can depend on a gap in the reef, a turn of the current, or one moment of perfect stillness. Long before humans explored the ocean, sharks were already shaping the balance of the sea with silence, patience, and instinct.
A shark does not rule the ocean through chaos, but through senses refined by millions of years beneath the sea.
Beyond the reef, the ocean opens into a greater arena, where the sea gives no shelter and only the fastest hunters can survive.
Out here in the open ocean, the sea belongs to creatures built for distance, speed, and relentless pursuit. In the ocean, speed is not only movement. In the sea, speed is survival, power, and control.
Across the open sea, there are no walls, no caves, and no coral branches. Only speed can decide who escapes.
When fear spreads through the ocean, prey gather into one shining shape, hoping the sea will hide the individual inside the crowd. In the ocean, every hunt is a battle between panic and precision, and the sea rewards the hunter that chooses the perfect moment.
The surface of the ocean may look like escape, but in the sea, danger can attack from every direction.
Some ocean predators do not rule by force alone. In the sea, intelligence can turn open water into a trap. In the ocean, teamwork can change the rules of the hunt, because one predator may chase, but many predators can control the sea.
After every chase, the ocean becomes quiet again, but the silence of the sea is never empty.
The ocean is not ruled by one kind of hunter, because the sea creates many forms of power, and each one claims its own territory.
Not every hunter in the ocean chases across the open sea. Some wait where the ocean itself becomes a trap. In these narrow parts of the sea, the fastest creature does not always win. The one that understands the terrain may hold the power. In the ocean, patience can become a weapon, and a motionless hunter can be more dangerous than one in pursuit.
A hunt in the ocean does not always begin with a chase. Sometimes it begins with silence, distance, and one mistake. In the sea, a single second can separate safety from capture, and after the strike, the ocean becomes quiet again.
Some ocean predators do not patrol the open sea. They turn darkness inside the reef into a doorway for hunting.
In the ocean, the line between home and hunting ground can be almost invisible.
The ocean does not hide every threat in shadow. Sometimes the sea displays danger in color, shape, and stillness.
In the ocean, survival is not always about being the largest. Sometimes it is about being impossible to attack.
The ocean creates many kinds of predators, and each one rules only where its own strength becomes the perfect weapon.
Even in the gentle corners of the ocean, the sea never stops testing the young, the weak, and the careless. In the ocean, safety is often temporary, because every hiding place can become a path for another hunter.
Every ruler of the ocean begins as a survivor, learning how the sea moves, hides, and reveals life.
The ocean teaches patience before power, because even predators must grow into their place in the sea.
The ocean is not only a battlefield, the sea is a living balance where predator, prey, and wanderer share the same blue world.
In the sea, calm does not mean safety. It only means the next movement has not yet begun. Where the reef ends and the open ocean begins, the sea changes its rules, and every creature must choose how far it dares to go. In the ocean, Power is sometimes felt before it is seen, because the sea remembers the shape of danger. The farther we move from the reef, the more the ocean becomes a place of distance, pressure, and hidden strength. Some ocean predators seem shaped by another age, built to read the invisible signals of life moving through the sea.
In the ocean, true power is not always loud. Sometimes the sea gives authority to those that move with perfect control.
Every predator leaves a mark on the ocean, but the sea quickly hides its secrets again.
Even in a sea of hunters, the ocean depends on moments of trust, pause, and delicate balance.
When light fades in the ocean, the sea does not sleep. It simply gives power to different hunters. At dusk, the ocean becomes a world of outlines, where the sea favors hunters that can sense more than they can see. In darkness, the ocean speaks through vibration, scent, pressure, and flashes of light. Far below the sunlit ocean, the sea creates hunters shaped by darkness, pressure, and patience.
Some ocean rulers live so far from the surface that the sea allows us to know them only through shadows.
To ask which creature rules the sea, we must first understand that the ocean is not one kingdom, but many. This is the wild ocean, a sea of predators, and the search for the creature that truly rules the water has only just begun.
Now the ocean opens into a world ruled by speed, where every second can decide who lives and who becomes the next meal. In the open sea, protection disappears, and the ocean belongs to creatures built to chase across the blue.
Among the ocean's speed hunters, tuna are built for endurance, crossing the sea with power that almost never rests. The ocean does not only reward the strongest body, the sea rewards the body that can turn energy into endless motion.
In the ocean, speed becomes strategy when many hunters move as one force through the sea.
When prey gather in the ocean, the sea turns fear into shape, and every predator searches for the weakest opening. In the open ocean, a bait ball is not safety. It is a signal that the hunt has entered its most dangerous stage.
The ocean measures speed not only by how fast a hunter moves, but by how quickly it can change direction when the prey changes the story.
But the sea has many kinds of speed, and some ocean hunters are designed to strike alone.
A sailfish moves through the ocean like a blade of speed, turning the sea itself into a path of attack.
In the ocean, some predators use speed like a tool, not only to chase, but to cut, turn, and confuse.
The sea rewards the hunter that can read the movement of 1,000 fish and find the one mistake inside the crowd.
In the open ocean, escape is not a place, escape is a direction, and the hunter must close that direction before the prey finds it.
Beyond the flash of the sailfish, the ocean holds another kind of speed, heavier, colder, and more explosive.
The mako shark is one of the kayo pure speed hunters, built to turn muscle into explosive motion beneath the sea.
In the ocean, speed without control is wasted, and the true hunter must move fast and decide faster.
A single burst across the ocean can change the shape of the entire school, even when the strike itself is over in a heartbeat.
Sometimes the pressure of the ocean becomes so great that prey must leave the sea for a few seconds of hope. But the ocean always waits below, and every return to the sea brings the chase back into motion. But in the ocean, beauty can move with astonishing speed, and color can belong to a hunter as much as to the reef.
Open ocean hunters must read light as much as movement, because in the sea, a flash of silver can reveal the path of prey.
The open ocean is not empty. The sea is layered with hunters, each one built for a different kind of pursuit.
In the ocean, separation can be fatal, because the sea is most dangerous when a creature stands alone.
A barracuda does not need a long chase. In the ocean, it waits for the moment when distance becomes small enough to erase.
In the sea, straight-line speed can become a weapon when the predator knows exactly where the prey must turn next.
But in the ocean, speed becomes even more powerful when it is guided by memory, sound, and teamwork.
These ocean hunters do not simply follow prey. They shape the sea around it until escape becomes harder.
In the ocean, teamwork can turn empty water into invisible walls.
The sea does not give power to one design alone. The ocean creates many answers to the same hunger.
Even in the open ocean, the sea has hidden roads, and predators learn where life gathers. A hunter in the ocean must understand water, because the sea decides where food moves before the predator ever arrives. When millions of small fish move through the ocean, the sea becomes a signal that calls hunters from every direction.
In the ocean, a school survives by turning together, but the larger the school becomes, the more hunters it attracts.
The ocean's greatest hunts often begin when many predators follow the same signal of fear.
Here, speed rules the sea for a moment, but speed alone cannot explain the full power of the ocean. The ocean can turn from chaos to silence in seconds, and the sea keeps no witness for long. Below the speed of the open ocean, another kind of predator waits, older, quieter, and shaped by time. The fastest hunters may dominate the moment, but the ocean also belongs to predators that have survived for millions of years. Some ocean predators do not need to chase every movement, because their power lies in sensing when the sea is ready. Speed may rule the open ocean, but it is only one answer in the sea's long history of predators. The ocean demands balance from every hunter, because the sea punishes wasted energy as quickly as missed opportunity. To live by speed in the ocean is to live in constant motion, always chasing the next signal of life across the sea. The open sea has shown us hunters of speed, but the ocean's oldest predators are still waiting in the deeper blue. Long before speed ruled the open ocean, sharks were already mastering the sea through silence, senses, and survival. The next question is not how fast a predator can move, but how long a design can survive in the ocean. In the open sea, speed can rule the chase, but in the deeper ocean, something older is about to take control. Now we enter the world of sharks, ancient predators shaped by the ocean long before speed became a spectacle. A great white shark does not need to rush through the sea, because the ocean has already given it patience, strength, and perfect design. In the ocean, a shark is not a monster. It is a living record of millions of years of survival beneath the sea.
In the ocean, the hunt often begins long before the chase, when the predator studies movement from below.
A shark can turn the ocean's layers into strategy, using depth as cover and silence as pressure. In the sea, power is sometimes measured by the fear a predator creates without touching anything at all. Not every shark rules the ocean in the same way. Some move like wandering investigators of the sea.
A tiger shark survives in the ocean by being curious, adaptable, and willing to explore almost every edge of the sea. In the ocean, an apex predator can reshape a place simply by passing through it. The hammerhead shows how the ocean can shape a predator into something strange, precise, and perfectly suited to the sea.
In the sea, a predator does not need to see everything when it can feel the hidden movements of life.
At the reef edge, sharks become part of the ocean's rhythm, arriving as light fades and confidence changes sides.
The reef shark rules through familiarity, knowing every current, corner, and shadow of its ocean territory.
Even sharks, the ocean's ancient hunters, are not separate from the balance of the sea.
Some sharks carry the ocean's power into murkier borders, where the sea becomes harder to read.
In unclear water, The ocean favors predators that can sense what others cannot see. Here, the ocean rewards agility, because a hunter must turn as quickly as the reef changes shape. A shark's power in the ocean is not only in motion, it is also in knowing when to remain still.
In the sea, energy is precious, and the best predators spend it only when the ocean gives them reason.
Not every shark dominates the ocean with speed. Some survive through persistence, smell, and careful searching.
The ocean has room for many kinds of shark, because survival in the sea is never one single strategy.
Far from land, the ocean becomes a desert of blue, and the patient predator may be the one that survives.
In the open ocean, a shark must become both hunter and traveler, crossing the sea with calm endurance.
In shallow ocean waters, smaller sharks prove that size is not the only path to control. The blue shark shows another face of ocean power, light, graceful, and built to roam the sea for extraordinary distances. In the ocean, endurance can be as powerful as speed, because the sea belongs to those that can keep moving. Every curve of a shark's body is an answer to the ocean, shaped by pressure, hunger, and motion.
Sharks are not one story in the ocean. They are many stories, written across reefs, coasts, open seas, and darkness.
Some sharks carry the ancient ocean into the deep, where speed gives way to pressure, darkness, and patience. In the deeper sea, a shark may not need to move quickly, because time itself becomes part of the hunt.
Some ocean predators seem to belong to another time, surviving not through speed, but through endurance beyond imagination.
Every ancient hunter of the ocean begins small, learning the sea before it can command it.
The ocean teaches every shark the first law of survival. Understand the water before trusting your strength.
When night enters the ocean, sharks gain an older advantage, moving through a sea of senses beyond sight.
In darkness, the ocean becomes a network of pressure, scent, and vibration, and the shark knows how to read it.
A shark changes the ocean around it, even when it does not strike, because every creature understands what its presence means. In the sea, predators do more than take life. They shape where life moves, hides, feeds, and survives.
Sometimes the ocean reveals a shark, not by showing the shark, but by showing the fear that moves ahead of it.
A shark's shape is one of the ocean's most recognizable symbols, because the sea has repeated its success for ages. The teeth of a shark are famous, but in the ocean, teeth are only one part of a far greater design. The ocean does not fear sharks as outsiders. The sea depends on them as part of its ancient order.
Speed can dominate the chase, but sharks remind us that the ocean also rewards patience, senses, and time.
If the sea were ruled by age, survival, and design, sharks would stand among the strongest contenders.
But the ocean is too vast for one kind of power, and even sharks share the sea with rivals that hunt in different ways.
Beyond the ancient hunters, the sea holds predators whose greatest weapon is not teeth alone, but the mind. The ocean's next challenge to the shark is not only faster or larger, it is more coordinated. If sharks are the ocean's ancient design, then the next hunters may represent something even more difficult to face: intelligence.
Sharks have ruled the ocean through time, senses, and survival, but now the sea reveals hunters that rule through memory, teamwork, and strategy.
After the ancient power of sharks, the ocean now reveals predators whose greatest weapon is intelligence.
In the sea, one hunter can chase, but a family of hunters can plan.
Orcas do not simply move through the ocean. They read the sea, remember it, and share that knowledge with one another.
In the ocean, communication can become a weapon when every member of the pod understands the same moment.
The smartest predators in the ocean do not always attack first. Sometimes they shape the sea around the prey.
In open water, intelligence can turn the ocean itself into a trap.
Where tunas use speed and sharks use ancient senses, orcas use the ocean as a problem to be solved. The surface of the sea can become a ceiling when intelligent hunters understand how to use it.
In the ocean, the most powerful strike may come only after the prey has already lost every direction.
Orcas show that ruling the sea is not only about taking prey, but about knowing when not to waste effort.
In this ocean world, knowledge is passed through generations, carried by families that learn the sea together. Every young hunter in the ocean must learn not only how to move, but how to belong. In the vast ocean, a pod becomes more than a group. It becomes memory, protection, and strategy moving through the sea. Dolphins prove that in the ocean, speed becomes far more dangerous when guided by cooperation.
In the sea, teamwork can make open water feel smaller, closing escape routes that the prey cannot see.
Across the ocean, intelligence appears in many forms, but some hunters carry it with a scale few others can match.
Where the ocean grows colder and rougher, orcas carry their knowledge into hunts that require patience and planning.
Some hunts in the sea begin from below, where patience turns the ocean surface into a window.
The strength of a pod is not only in each body, but in the way every body understands the plan.
In the ocean, intelligence can strike through timing, making one shared movement stronger than 100 separate chases. After the hunt, the pod returns to order, because in the sea, survival depends on unity beyond the moment of attack. In this ocean world, sound can travel farther than sight, carrying intention through the sea.
Intelligent hunters do not only watch prey, they watch the ocean itself, because the sea decides where life gathers. To rule a moment in the ocean, a predator must understand not only the prey, but the water that carries it.
In the sea, a smart predator does not need to chase every turn if it can predict the next one. The ocean becomes a tool when intelligence turns bubbles, pressure, and shadow into signals of fear.
Here, the ocean shows a different kind of dominance, not the fastest chase, but the calm control of every choice the prey can make.
A successful ocean hunter does not need chaos to prove power. Sometimes control is the clearest sign of rule. The ocean is too vast for instinct alone. To survive here, a predator must remember where the sea has fed it before.
In the open sea, intelligence stretches across distance, keeping the pod connected even when the ocean separates them. A pod survives by sharing attention, because in the ocean, one set of eyes is never enough. Sharks carry the old power of the ocean, but orcas bring a new kind of challenge: coordinated minds moving as one.
The sea does not crown a ruler easily, because every predator dominates only where its strength becomes perfect.
What makes orcas extraordinary is not only what they can hunt, but how they choose, learn, and adapt across the ocean.
In the ocean, memory can become territory, and experience can become a map no human eye can see.
The greatest hunters in the sea do not only react to the ocean, they anticipate it. When intelligence meets landscape, the ocean floor itself becomes part of the hunt. In the sea, a smart predator lets the ocean do part of the work. Even when prey escapes, the lesson remains, because every hunt teaches the pod more about the sea. To look at an orca in the ocean is to see power joined with awareness, strength guided by relationship.
Their world is not silent to them. The ocean is filled with signals we can barely imagine.
The ocean has shown us speed, senses, and strength, but intelligence may be the force that connects them all.
But even the smartest hunters of the sea do not rule every depth of the ocean.
Below the pod, the ocean changes again, and intelligence must give way to darkness, pressure, and strange forms of survival.
The ocean's most intelligent hunters have shown their power, but the sea still hides predators that rule by secrecy. If orcas challenge the ocean with intelligence, the next hunters challenge it with patience, camouflage, and life in darkness. The search for the creature that rules the sea now descends into the hidden ocean, where the strangest hunters wait in silence.
After traveling through speed, teeth, intelligence, and darkness, the ocean leaves us with one question: who truly rules the sea?
The answer is not hidden in one place, because the ocean itself is made of many worlds. In the deep sea, survival belongs to patience, camouflage, and forms of life shaped by pressure. Some ocean predators rule by remaining unseen, holding power in the places where sunlight never reaches. But the ocean is not only darkness. Above the deep, another kind of power waits in the open blue. In the open sea, speed can rule the moment, because the ocean gives no shelter to the slow. The speed hunters command the chase, but even they cannot rule every depth, every reef, and every darkness of the sea. Speed is one answer to the ocean, but it is an answer that must be repeated every day. Then come the sharks, predators whose power is not only speed, but time itself.
Sharks have survived by becoming almost perfectly matched to the ocean's demands.
From reefs to open water, sharks shape where life moves, hides, and feeds in the sea.
A shark can change the ocean without striking, because every creature understands what its shape means.
Sharks are not a single answer. They are many ocean solutions refined across millions of years.
But if sharks are the ancient power of the sea, orcas challenge the ocean with something different.
Orcas bring intelligence, memory, and teamwork into the ocean's struggle for power.
Their strength is not held in one body, but in the knowledge shared through the pod.
In open water, orcas can turn the sea itself into a trap.
Where many predators chase, orcas calculate, and that makes them one of the strongest contenders for the ocean's crown.
Their power is not only in what they hunt, but in how carefully they choose each movement.
The sea does not offer one simple throne, because every layer rewards a different kind of hunter.
To rule the ocean completely, a creature would need to master speed, strength, patience, senses, darkness, and cooperation all at once.
On the reef, the ruler may not be the largest, but the one that knows every shadow and escape route. On the seafloor, power belongs to those that understand vibration, scent, and the quiet language of sand. In the open ocean, the ruler of one moment may be the creature that reaches the prey first.
But even the fastest hunter depends on the ocean's currents, because the sea decides where life will concentrate.
When night enters the ocean, vision loses power, and the sea gives advantage to those that can hunt through darkness.
In darkness, the ocean belongs to creatures that can turn uncertainty into survival. In the deep sea, the question of rule becomes harder, because the strongest hunters are often the least visible. Here, power may belong to the creature that waits longest and spends the least. The ocean has shown us that dominance is not one thing. It changes with depth, light, current, and hunger. The sea is not ruled like a kingdom on land. It is ruled in moments, zones, and strategies. Every predator shapes the ocean, but none stands outside the balance that supports it.
The sea survives because predators prevent weakness from becoming collapse, keeping life moving through the system.
Fear is part of the ocean, but so is renewal, because every hunt returns energy to the sea.
If one creature comes closest to ruling the sea, the orca stands among the strongest answers.
With strength, strategy, family, and intelligence, orcas combine many forms of ocean power into one living force. Yet even the orca cannot rule every trench, every reef, every current, and every darkness of the sea.
Perhaps the true ruler is not one creature, but the ocean itself, shaping every hunter that tries to survive within it.
The sea creates speed in one place, patience in another, intelligence in another, and mystery in the deepest dark.
For the small creatures of the ocean, the ruler is whichever predator appears in the next shadow.
Every decision in the ocean is shaped by risk, and every risk is shaped by the hunters waiting beyond sight.
The ocean does not need one ruler to remain powerful. It is powerful because every layer has its own master. To understand the sea is to accept that power here is shared, contested, and constantly changing.
From above, the ocean may look peaceful, but now we know what moves beneath that calm blue skin.
No single creature owns the ocean completely, but every great predator reveals one part of what it takes to rule the sea.
The tuna rules the chase, the shark rules through ancient design, the orca rules through intelligence, and the deep sea rules through mystery.
Among them, the orca may stand as the strongest contender, but even it remains a child of the sea. The ocean does not stop for any ruler. It moves, changes, hides, and begins again. To rule the sea is not to conquer it, but to survive inside its endless changes. Every hunter in the ocean depends on something greater than itself: the current, the prey, the darkness, and the balance of the sea.
The sea is beautiful because it is alive. And it is alive because every creature must find its place within the hunt.
So which creature rules the sea? The answer depends on where in the ocean you are, and what kind of power the moment demands.
In one place, speed rules. In another, teeth. In another, intelligence. In another, darkness. But above them all, the ocean rules them together, shaping every predator and every prey beneath its endless surface. This is the wild ocean, a world where no crown lasts forever, and every ruler must answer to the sea.